Hi, this is Paul Serpine from Claflin Hill, and Happy New Year to all of you from all of us. We just resumed our concert season the other night with our second installment of the Home Field Credit Union Jazz Series at the Sorrento, and we had a terrific crowd, a full house at the concert, and an amazing performance by our jazz quartet headlined by guest artist Mark White on guitar. And it was really kind of fascinating as a musician to be in the audience and watch as the musicians put together what they were going to play that night, an hour or so before upstairs, as they did a sound check and tried out different pieces and just made decisions on what they wanted to put on their sets. And also the fact that, in spite of a snowstorm that wasn't forecast, we had a capacity crowd in the room, which I think really helped to energize the musicians into an even more amazing performance than they thought they were coming there to do in the first place, which is always a big aspect of performing music. That when you have a huge audience, um, it just creates more energy for the performers. We're about to do our second concert of our Claflin Hill Apple Tree Arts Chamber Music Series in a few weeks at Apple Tree Arts in Grafton on the 25th of January in the Great Halls at 7:30 p.m. And it's kind of interesting how chamber music performance is very much like jazz performance. It's a smaller groups of musicians. They get together, perhaps sometimes with rare or eclectic kind of combinations of instruments. On this upcoming concert, you're going to hear music performed by musicians on violins, flute, clarinet, piano, and even classical guitar. And it's not like there's a whole lot of music written for that, but we've been spending a few weeks finding different pieces for those various combinations and kind of basically going to put together a cornucopia of all sorts of interesting and fun pieces to share with our audience. Chamber music kind of emanates out of the same roots as, say, jazz music performance in a way. Chamber music is kind of called chamber music because it refers to smaller rooms, chambers, where sometimes musicians would just gather together as friends, as a social evening, and play through pieces of music together, which sometimes then they shared with other friends who came to be in the room with them. Jazz kind of has its same roots like that, going back to performances by jazz musicians in bars, in restaurants, in gathering places where working people came after a hard day of work and all the challenges of life to kind of kick back and express their frustrations, their challenges, their hopes, and feel better together because, in the expression of that jazz music in those places, it kind of spoke of a common experience. Chamber music is similar to that, and we invite you to come and share a different kind of music with us at Apple Tree Arts on the 25th. We've put together a program of so many different composers that you wouldn't expect to see on one program. Bach, and also the Russian composer Dmitri Shostakovich, music by Debussy, Fauré, Chopin even. I'm doing some arrangements for clarinet and guitar that include music by Bach and Chopin and Eric Satie. Amy Carroll on flute is doing Fauré and Chaminade, and she, together with our pianist Corbin Calloway, are going to be doing a couple of newer 20th century pieces, but ones that we really kind of enjoyed working on and playing for you, and kind of a great topper to an evening of eclectic but very listenable and enjoyable and uplifting music. So I hope to see you all there. It's like more important when there's more people in the room because you are part of the performance. And just like Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel Marianne, the more people that came to watch them dig, the faster and better they dug, and the faster and better we can play when we have all sorts of people energizing us in the room. So, hope you had a great holiday season, and now it's back to getting together for great music. ClaflinHill.org. I'll see you soon.